Right.
We're winners.
We're winners. Shall we get cracking?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to the new and improved Big Dogcast, episode 11. You might be able to see we've got the logo up.
Can I see that, James?
Can't see that.
You can't see it. We've got the logo up on screen.
Got a proper fancy setup and can't even see it.
Yeah, but
it makes us feel good, doesn't it?
It does.
Makes us feel good.
Yeah, we've got a new setup. So we are in a new studio. We'll give a shout out straight away. 7 studios in Doncaster looking after us. So we've upgraded. We're a little bit more professional. We want to thank Ultraflex Rotherham, by the way, for looking after us. Like, and then we're not saying that we've stopped filming there.
No, we are.
We are.
Well, we are.
But it was
This is
getting a little bit
fantastic.
hot.
It's a bit hot in it, and it's a little bit further for me as well.
Yeah,
this is
so
closer.
This is a little bit closer for Jimmy. So logistic-wise, this just works a little better for all of us, and it's kitted out.
It's a proper job, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a proper job. We've gone professional.
Yeah.
So, we want to thank you all again for liking, subscribing, watching, and just interacting with us, because we've received, again, massive amounts of feedback, which is so positive, and it does make it worthwhile. Doctor we were just discussing before, we just showing Jimmy, there's a young lad called Abel who's messaged us personally and on the Big Dogcast. So just give a shout out to Abel for getting in touch, because from watching the podcast, he's literally changed his life around. He was in a very, very dark place, and to see his progression, what he's moved from where we were to where he is now, is inspiring.
It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's mental. So
probably could put it up anyway, couldn't we? He'd be able to cut it when I
we'll try and get it
put it on episode.
Yeah. So if anybody is watching and they give Abel a follow after you've seen this and just support his journey, that would mean a lot. So yeah, thank you for that, and we'll get cracking on a positive note.
Yeah, it's full send.
Full send.
Full speed.
We've had an upgrade. We've got some good vibes, and we've got some future plans which we've been talking about this morning. So we've got some. We are going to get some guests in. We've just been that busy trying to organise getting guests on.
Yeah, but they're busy as well, aren't they?
They're busy as well.
Because
so it's not like just us. We've just logistically it's been a little bit difficult trying to get everybody lined up, but we are getting people lined up now to start having some guests on, because we've got the setup for it. It's gonna.
I think we're just a little bit more. We were committed anyway, but I think it's always one of them things. Like, is it something that we're going to carry on doing? Shall we?
I think now
we'll
we
see
know
how it
we
goes.
are,
And
aren't
I think now it's like just how things have gone. This is it's cemented now, isn't it? So we've got some good guests, some really really good guests, cream of the crop guests.
Yeah.
ready to come. Good laughs as well. So. What are we on with today?
What we started with? Do we want to start with a weekly gripe? Because people were not complaining, but weekly gripes, they were getting pushed towards back, and people love gripes.
And when we do, we have to rush them, because we've only got a certain amount of time to film, haven't we? Do you know? I mean, I think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think we've got that here.
Yeah. We
haven't got that rush, because batteries aren't going to run out.
Yeah. Do you understand? Because that's why we rushed out.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is that where your first gripe were? Fucking James messaging saying, "Can you bring batteries?"
Bring some
batteries.
tight, come go and fetch some.
Yeah, we nearly locked arms with that. I was like, "You're bringing fucking batteries, mate. You're a battery man."
I still don't want him to end. But what I mean is, like, we were rushing for a reason, because he's going, we've got 3 minutes left on battery.
Yeah.
We haven't now, have we?
And it was 32 degrees, sat next to a sauna.
Hell, blowing it. They don't even understand.
No. Ultraflex Rotherham, great setup, but they've got a sauna next door. And when it were like 16, 17 degrees, like in the gym, it's a hot gym anyway.
And then blowing...
That aircon unit were blowing hot air out. It was fucking 32 degrees, wasn't it?
Yeah. Fuck me,
I had to. I always wear black anyway, and you don't sweat a lot, and you don't sweat that much.
No, not really.
But you were dripping, weren't you?
I was wet through.
I was fucking stuck to the chair.
You're uncomfortable, aren't you? Then when you drive home and I'm freezing because I've been sweating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hard life.
You couldn't see it on camera, but we were dropping £5 a podcast.
Which I won't prep.
So I think we'll start with a gripe, and one of my gripes actually ties in with a question that we got, and it was, what's the biggest red flag in a new client? And one of my gripes is, it's kind of ties into that, and what a big red flag for me is when a new client comes on board is if they've worked with 4 or 5 of the top coaches or coaches in the industry. You're asking yourself, why are they changing coach again? Because the issue can't be the coach at that point.
Yeah, and usually when them guys or girls come to you, and I always say I don't want to know, because they'll say, I worked with so and so and he did this, or he didn't reply, or this, that, and I was like, I don't need to know. Let's focus on what we're doing now. But
there's always context, isn't there?
Like, that's what I mean. It's like anybody can say the coach was shit. One person will say the shit. One person will say the best coach in the world.
Because one shoe don't fit all.
Yeah, or maybe you had a shit service because when you checked in, you didn't give any fucking information. You just sent pictures. So he's like, what can I do with that? You get back what you give in that sort of scenario. So
so my gripe is coach hopping, for one.
But do you think it's ever valid to, like, obviously if you have a bad experience?
100% if you have a bad experience, but you've got to...
But it's not going to happen 4 times in a row.
No, but you've got to be reasonable in terms of what your expectations are. And I think as a coach, you've got to lay out expectations to a client off the bat. If you're promising the world and not delivering what you're saying, if they know, these are what me checking, this is what your checking is, you'll get a response within 24 hours, this is what you get when you get a response. You need to lay out expectations.
Yeah, this is what I want from you.
I won't be travelling to shows unless X, Y, and Z. I will be at shows for X, Y, and Z. They know. If you pay me expenses for travelling to this show, I'll be there.
For the ticket,
whatever it may be, as long as you lay out the expectations from the start, they understand what they're getting and then what you're providing.
Like you see a lot now, a lot of these, especially you two, because you coach competitive people. I'm not saying yours, but in industry, there's a fucking lot of fucking weapons who compete. And no, there is. And what I mean by that is they think they're better than they actually are.
Yeah.
As in, I'm competing, you should be at my show.
Yeah.
I'm competing. Like, now, hold a minute, you've got 50 clients, or you should pay to come to my show, or you should pay to be there. Like, it don't work like that.
No, it don't.
And I think this is where coach hopping comes into it, because they're like, I didn't do this, but he did that for them. Yeah, but that person probably paid.
Yeah.
That person's probably been there. It's probably going there because there were 4 other clients.
Yeah.
If you've got 4 other clients in one show,
and then one in another show,
you're going to go to that one where there's... Yeah, exactly.
You're going to... That's not you being... That's just how it is. Well, you can't be in 2 places at once.
No, and I think people misunderstand how much it costs for a coach to go to a show sometimes. If that person's paid, I don't know, let's say he started a prep and it was £1,000. He paid £1,000
for the prep.
But the coach has to drive down 100 quid fuel, stay in an Airbnb, that's 250 quid. You know, by the time you've spent your full day there, come back, you're spending say 400 quid for that weekend. It's £600 to do someone's full prep, bearing in mind they've been checking in every day, multiple times a day by that point.
Yeah.
It's...
Plus...
You're doing it for fucking less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
You're bodybuilders yourselves. So the only time you've got off to see your family, your kids and whatever...
is weekends.
Is weekends when you're going to somebody's show.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the money. You're missing time as well.
But you see, I see them weekends as part of work anyway.
Yeah, they are.
It's not like that. It's been taken away from me. That's my job, sort of thing.
It's still time, though. It's still time is money. No matter what you do, time's money.
Yeah, and you're taking that away from your family.
Because if you're training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, you've not seen nobody. Especially like you are with your computer and that. You don't see people, and then to go to a show and people go, oh, it's not good enough. When you're doing stuff for others. I'm not saying it's not your job, but you're going above and beyond. And I've seen it a few times over the last few weeks, like on Instagram.
Yeah. People calling out coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah. I seen it the other day and I thought, you know what?
Yeah, that's...
I don't like it.
That's my gripe, is coach hopping, and that is a question that we got in. What's your biggest red flag when a client inquires, and it's if they've had 4 or 5 coaches in the last 2 or 3 years. It's not. You usually find it's not the coach.
It's the athlete. Yeah,
it's the athlete
or the person.
Or it's the person.
For me, I ain't got that, so I've got lifestyle. So only one thing that does me when you send them. Obviously, you write everything out. They've signed up. You've wrote everything out, and you leave them a stripe, a loom. Might be 15, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
How everything works.
Don't I had this a couple of days ago.
About 10 questions.
Then I'm like, have you watched video? Yeah, well, you obviously haven't. It says it there. Like,
just watch it again and then get back to me.
Just watch it all. And I've had it multiple times over the last few weeks because I've had a lot of sign-ups. And I'm like, there's a video.
I've took half an hour to send this off there.
Gone back and forth. And the stuff you're asking, I've gone 2 or 3 times because I knew how important it is. Like, I've said it multiple times in this video. All right. 2 minutes later, I'm like, just watch video.
It's not rocket science.
It's the one where you send everything over, and then they ask you a question. I'm like, have you watched the loom? Not yet, mate. Well, that's the whole point. Or I'm 5 minutes in. We'll just watch the fucking other 25 minutes, and it'll answer all your questions. And then if you have any questions at the end, then ask.
Which is why I send the video first and say, watch this. When you've watched it, I'll send you your sheets.
Every single time they'll request access to the sheets, won't they?
Yeah, before they've even watched video.
Everyone's keen though, aren't they?
They're keen. They're looking at the programme. They've not watched video, and then they'll start asking questions.
What does this mean?
All right,
so it's different.
Is it?
Because they've signed straight up.
So that as soon as you give them the login, they've got access to it.
They make it their own login. So they pay Stripe payment, takes them straight to Loom to fill a question and answer in. And then they've got it. Because they're paid. They've got it. Then I build it and it keeps telling them, like, this has been updated. So I always said, no, don't tell them. And then once it's done,
then tell them.
And then video. And I said, make sure you watch Loom.
Because they can see your building program. Right, got you.
So, Doctor, you haven't had a gripe in like fucking about 10 years now.
Worry,
so you must be like a fucking volcano ready to explode.
Right. I've had to write them down.
Good.
So, just let me...
Do you know when things piss you off during a week? Do you think, I'm fucking writing that down?
Yeah, this week in gym. So...
That's why he's always on his phone in gym.
Last week and this week, it's been a bit hot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When people take the top off and they've got a Fred West on, a vest, and they suddenly get imaginary lat syndrome, right? Fucking hell. I've had it about, like,
They inflate.
Yeah, but right hard. Like, he's had 4 weeks on prep. He's won a Nobel Peace Prize. Well, he thinks he has. Do you know what I mean? He's like, look at me, do you know? And I'm like, fucking, like, get over yourself. You're just training. And I'm not saying don't wear a vest, but when you take a jumper off, you ain't grown. From taking a jumper off to having a vest on, you've not grown. And they're like this, do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, fucking hell. And... big gripe, this one.
Go on.
So, people who say they don't eat.
As in, I've not ate off plan?
No. When people, like, you get people, like, are overweight.
And they say, don't eat much.
I hardly eat.
Secret Eaters, have you ever watched that?
I hardly eat, and I'm saying, like, what? So, right, a few years ago, I had a client, I'm never not put him out because he wouldn't let me. Yeah. So Big Mickey's name, lost 40 kg. Right. So he's called Mick now.
Because you're not big anymore.
Not big. Formerly known as Big Mick, right? But he's from our area. No, but he is. That's what he is. But so he's from our area. So a lot of people know that he's lost a lot of weight, and he's done well and he's smashed it. So this man and woman from my area, I've come to want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Seen his progress.
They wanted you to do a Big Mick.
So they were there.
Can he have a Big Mick?
Yeah. So we always called the Big Fat Sue when we were younger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. No, we did it.
Sorry, Sue.
Sorry, Sue, but she knew it. You know what I mean? We're horrible kids. We shouted it.
Well, it's what you call it, yeah.
Big fat Sue.
Well, that's what you think the name is, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But
is she just big? What is she now?
So
just
this
Sue?
is what I'm saying. No, she's come.
Just fat Sue.
She's come. They want to join. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
right, so she's still big fat Sue.
Yeah,
right,
she's still big fat Sue and big fat fella, right? So they've come to want to lose some weight. Do you know what I mean? And they're not deluded, as in saying, "Oh, I want an abs and six pack." I just don't want to be a big fat Sue. Just fat Sue would do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just lose some weight, please. Yeah.
And then goes on to say that they don't eat, and I'm like, you do, you do eat, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You ain't got that big
by not eating. They won't have it.
She won't have it, and he's going no. I'm like, you both ain't got that big from not eating. I'm telling you. Do you know what I mean? If you have, give Lenny Henry a call because he'll say fucking global crisis with hunger because he'll be able to come and fucking bottle your hair up where you live and send it to Africa where all kids are starving.
Well, they're
you know what I mean?
A medical fucking.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then it goes on to say they've used a Zempic.
Right.
So I says, if you're using a Zempic
to stop you fucking eating,
to stop you eating,
but you don't eat.
But you don't eat. So what you have it? Yeah, but it made me feel ill. I went, it makes everybody feel ill. I says, it's not where you're doing it.
Yeah.
So they're going. I says, but if you're not eating, you wouldn't need
a Zempic.
You're having a Zempic
to curb your appetite.
To curb your appetite because that's what it does. Do you know?
Yeah.
But for about an hour,
you're arguing with him.
Yeah. I hadn't took him on just for that reason because I'm fighting.
You're fighting a losing battle.
Well, they're in denial out there.
But I'm saying you're going to lie to me straight away. You're lying to me now. And they're like, I don't eat. And I'm like, you do, don't you? Anybody who says they don't eat,
they fucking eat.
They're eating. Do you know?
Well, this is the only thing. This is the only thing that you can look at somebody and know someone's habits. Anywhere you could tell me that you're a professional golfer. I won't fucking know. I'd be like, doctor's professional golfer is a fucking one handicapper or something. But if someone's fat and sat there and tells me I'm an athlete, I'm a fucking sprinter, you know they're lying.
Oh no,
because you're a product of what you look. You're a product of what you do.
If you go on it, right, probably sound a bit of a twat here, but if you go on it and we're driving down the road, right, and there's them two big fat people on fucking mobility scooters, and we all don't go to each other. Look at them poor malnourished souls there, yeah? They need an emergency Greggs. You don't fucking say it there. You say, look at them big fat bastards with fucking remnants of 4 fucking steak bakes down the fucking top.
Baked beans on it.
Don't you, you fucking greedy bastards? Especially when you're in fucking prep, thinking, I want a fucking bite of that. And they fucking got it all down the top. We're not going, hold on a minute. Do you know what I mean? Don't go to hospital and fat people, all these fat people laid in and say, these are going to need an emergency McDonald's. These are fucking malnourished. No. People who don't eat's got anorexia. Yeah. And they're rough.
Able.
Yeah. We've just had a look then. Yeah. They need food. Do you know? Think about what you're saying because it's
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they might not be moving enough, but chances are they're not moving enough and they fucking overconsume.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking fork moves more than legs.
And do you know what? People say, we don't eat. Yeah, you might not eat 4 or 5 meals a day because that's what you think you need to do to get into shape. Oh, we don't eat breakfast. No, but you have 5 fucking creamy fucking coconut lattes, which are 2,000 calories on a day.
Yeah.
So you might not eat.
You've got a loyalty card at Greg's, you greedy bastard. Do you know what I mean?
You've had 2,000 calories in liquid because you have a full fat fucking Coke. You have your lattes. You have this. You have milk.
A couple of chocolate bars with your coffee.
I only have a couple of chocolate bars.
A couple of biscuits
but
here
you've
and
done
there.
fucking 2,500 calories in liquid and fucking 2 snacks. Do you know?
You just inhaled a pack of hobnobs.
And then I only have tea. Yeah, but what do you have tea? Fucking Donna Meat Special.
Fucking up here, and then they'll sit there after tea just fucking picking while they're eating.
Of course they do.
So you've had 5,000 calories today and you've not fucking moved.
Yeah.
So, you might only eat 1 meal a day, but you've drunk fucking 2,500 calories worth of liquid and you've had a 3,000 calorie tea. and you've not moved. You've sat on the sofa, you've watched fucking Coronation Street. Yeah, but he eats 5 times a day. Yeah, but he eats fucking 2,500 calories in those 5 meals.
And he's fucking always starving.
Yeah.
They just don't. They just.
So have you watched Secret Eaters? Have you seen that programme?
It's
often it's been naive.
It's not. It's been he's been uneducated, and it's 2 been in denial.
Do you think? Well, why don't we have proper nutritional classes in school?
Because they don't want you to. Because why would they? Because what's fast food industry?
Same as
it's taxed, obviously. Isn't it?
Well, it earns them a fortune.
Same as in lockdown.
This is good. Because in paper of the day, the government in this country wanted to wanted to do an health kick about all this junk food, about everything, right? Wanted to change it, there were a referendum about it.
Right.
All big, massive fast food companies vetoed it, and our government backed down.
Yeah,
our government backed down.
Because they fucking pay.
Yeah,
it's just corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, of course it is.
If you need to pass a bill or whatever, and then fucking someone comes to you and says, 10 grand, mate, or whatever, 50 grand, just to not pass it, and then he goes around everybody, sound. It might cost them fucking £500,000 or whatever, but then...
No, it's the same as we go to school. They don't teach you interest rates. They don't teach you about savings.
Mortgages.
Nothing.
You know, fuck all. You leave school and you fucking...
It's indoctrination, innit?
Yeah, but you know about Henry VIII, though.
Yeah.
And some fucking interlocking spurs in geography. That served me right well. Fucking...
Don't forget recorder. Oh, fucking sick of that.
They won't let me have a recorder. Out of triangle.
Still fucked that up. But I think... if I could go back again, I would have homeschooled my kids.
Would you?
Yeah, a million
But
percent.
what do you think about the social? Would you just put them into sports clubs and stuff like
probably,
that?
Yeah, sports clubs, or I might have let them. I'd have probably through primary school and then homeschooled them through
secondary.
Yeah, because it's a complete fucking waste of time.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
If anything, I just think but they say that it's creating workers in it for society, but
that's all it is.
It just limits people's beliefs.
Yeah, that's why times go like this. When they start older they get, times like that at school, innit?
What, longer?
Longer. And then last time is your work time.
Yeah, 9 till 5.
9 till 5. That's all it is.
It's just preparing you for that.
Just preparing you. And then all traffic's different, innit? Do you know what I mean? So it's not all rush hour. That's all it is. Schools have finished. By the time schools have finished, it's time for work have finished. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh, we could go down there.
There's a fucking big hole we could go down there, but...
that was my gripe. People who said they don't eat. What about you?
I don't really have a need, you know.
Fucking hell. It's because he's not on trend.
Yeah, well, do you know what it is? I'm just a little bit numb at the minute.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, I've been off cycle, been dieting, I'm in that no man's land, and to be honest with you, I'm just fucking numb.
Robot mode.
You're not even robot mode, because I'm not trying to
go anywhere.
No, I'm just treading water. So it's like
ticking boxes.
Yeah, do you know I'm just fucking neutral.
But that's where I feel like I am in a minute as well. But I've got other things going off that I'm trying to focus on.
See, I just want a bit of. I'd like a little bit more about myself that minute. Do you know what I mean?
Well, fucking sort yourself out, then.
Well, I'm waiting for you to put me on cycle. That's what I'm fucking waiting for. I'd like to feel like I've got a dick as well. Do you know my sex drive is fucking... Do you know when you're dieting?
My sex drive's not been great, but...
You don't feel like you've got a fucking penis on your body. I want to be able to fucking want a bit.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Or get up and just have a little bit of fucking something.
Yeah.
Just at minute, I'm just like,
do you know,
it is what it is. Like, work's busy and life's good.
It's good that you've bought this, because I've got a few clients. Well, I've got a lot, but I've got a few who's coming to for photo shoots, and they are lean a bit. No, I won't. If you're doing it fucking right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen you put a picture up a
Rob.
He's
got a great physique.
Yeah.
You know? He's done mad progress.
He could
compete.
Yeah, he could do
first time is easy. And then there's his mate Danny, and they both fucking absolutely diced.
Yeah.
And they've got 2 weeks left today.
Yeah.
They've got Bailey in 2 weeks. And so Danny, he's like, bro, I've got no sex drive. And I'm like, he's going, what's up? I'm like,
you're fucking shredded, mate.
Shredded. Just until end. You've got 2 weeks left. we're going to pull cardio in next week. Like, we're going to start putting a bit more food back in. You'll start coming back alive. Don't worry about it. I know it takes weeks after, but hard bit's done now, innit?
About time he's there now. You're done, yeah.
Just hang on. But Rob, he's not bothered, but he's gone right emotional. Do you know what I mean? He's gone right emotional, and he's like, but they've never done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where you can say to him, this is normal. You're going to feel like this.
So I sent Rob home, and he just shredded, absolutely shredded. He's not complained. Like, he's been getting up to do cardio. And I says, look, brother, I went, you fucking shredded. I went, I'm right proud of you. You've done right well. And he's loomed, you know, on his thing. I says, we've done it now. I says, we're going to start pulling cardio back down. And I says, do you know what I mean? And then he messaged me, he's going, bro, I've watched that twice and cried twice. Do you know what I mean? And then he messaged me this morning, he says, I've just been crying to our lass. And I says, it's what happens. I says, you'll probably do the same after your photo shoot.
Yeah, it's just it's the achievement in it and the emotion that comes with that because you work so hard for something for so long.
Yeah.
And unless you get that lean, like where your sex drive goes and whatever else, you ain't got a clue. If you've not got that, you ain't got, because you think, it's not that hard until you get there.
You think, fucking hard it's hard.
And you know how hard it is because your legs are heavy. It's just everything.
Yeah. Life's not, you don't feel normal.
You're a shell, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are just an absolute shell. But as well, that'll be a question that we get all the time is, when you lean, my sex drive's gone and I can't shit.
Yeah.
Are the two things. Yeah. And essentially, again, your body, just like we mentioned the other week, is like, you don't have time to procreate. Your body's like, you're not wasting energy on fucking shagging anything, mate.
Because you're not ready to reproduce.
You need to go out and hunt and find food and forage. That's why, again, you can't sleep, because your body's not letting you sleep, because you need to fucking go and eat. That's what it's telling you. Same for when you can't shit. People are like, I'm constipated, but what your body does is it holds on to it for as long as possible, extracts as much nutrients out of it as possible, because you're technically malnourished, and it won't let go of it up until
you're not eating
absolutely
as much
necessary.
If you're not eating a lot of food, you've not got a lot of waste, have you?
No, but if you're eating 5 meals a day, it's still a lot of shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
but that's why you don't let go of it until maybe you have a big bowl of oats, then you fucking your body's like, sound, cheers, mate, right, get rid of that.
Eat some oats and a bit of runner.
Yeah.
Coffee and a fag. I'm like,
But people don't understand this, do they? Like, my sex drive's gone, I'm fucking constipated, I haven't been at the toilet in 4 days. And it's like,
it's only until you've done it once, because
understand,
yeah, because the first time they feel as though like world's against them. Like when I'm talking.
Yeah, they do. Why is this happening to me?
I'm like, it happens to everybody.
But they see so many people in shape nowadays, especially on Instagram. You think it's easy because a lot of people are in shape now.
Yeah, it's fucking.
So you think, well, all these people can't surely be feeling like this to look like that. But the reality is that we do. They do. Nobody's like that lean and feels good unless you've done it many times and you think, oh, that's that point.
The reality is, them pictures, especially stage, they look that good for a few seconds.
So this is a question. Off the back of that, do you think you need to be shredded every year? When I say shredded, like close to stage lean, do you think you need to be close to stage lean every year? Or do you think it's good to have a longer period of time at homeostasis?
I
think if you're competing and
you need to be leanish every year.
About where I am now, 8 weeks out, sort of.
Yeah.
Get to 8, maybe 6 weeks out, just before you start getting into that sort of fucking laggy bit.
Where you are now.
Where it started, and then like we did, like last week, if I'd kept going, I'd have started to be getting quite lean now.
Yeah.
And that would have been like you said, you were laughing because you're like, I know where your mind is, and I'm thinking I'm going to get fucking shredded. I don't care. And then he's like, but we don't need to be there. When we don't, it's just gonna.
But I think when you're a bit younger, I think having a little bit.
You don't have to be as lean.
Yeah, a bit fluffier. Just to get that first.
Like a couple of years.
Yeah, because you get the newbie gains, don't you, where you can just good at gym. And I'm not saying be soft, because when Freddie come to me,
it was soft.
And everybody said, no, he don't need it. And I says, he does. And I brought him back down, gone back up.
And you've now been in a surplus for fucking 9 months or something, hasn't he?
And he's still got abs.
If someone's overweight, regardless of their age, you need to get them lean.
Come off.
You don't have to be peeled,
no,
but you have to be lean enough
you
to
have
grow.
To lean and then push them.
Yeah.
And then but don't push them too much.
Well, I think coming down every 18 months for a younger person.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want that body fat on you for that long.
Yeah,
the longer it's on.
The longer it sits, it's brown fat, and it takes longer to come off.
And what about other way pushing up? Do you know, like?
I think you can keep pushing until things start breaking down.
Is this for a younger person or just for anyone?
For anybody, like, you know, like, so you can like push up. Let's say you push up for 30 weeks. And then
30 weeks is a long push-up.
24, 30, yeah. But usually it's about 24. And then push it up, bring it back down. Do you know when your second push-up? So
it's never as long.
That's what I'm saying. And so what would that be? Like 16?
Yeah.
It could even be 8, depending on the individual. It really could.
Depends on what the timeline is.
Because I think that's where majority of people
go wrong.
Yeah, is they push for too long. They don't realise that they've had some deludable. They've looked in car window instead of real mirror.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right? Thought I look fucking sound. Shadows all over.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure?
That goon lighting in changing rooms.
Yeah. And they've got them. I'm going to keep pushing up now, stacking sides and whatever. And I think you weigh out.
Yeah.
Like, and then they push on again, and they come down when they need to come down more than...
double time.
Yeah. So,
I think like we touched on last week, all your phases are important.
Yeah.
And I do think, again, for a younger guy, I feel like getting soft and fluffy at least once and really pushing the boundaries is needed. I think if you're too conservative for a period of time, yes, you will build muscle, but it's going to be slow. You need to force food at some point.
Yeah.
And then if that means you get a little bit too fat, you know, you're young, you're going to get rid of it reasonably quickly anyway. It's not like you're 40 years old and you've had that fat there for fucking 10 years.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's say a diet phase, if you're not natural, like 15, 20 weeks, you're in and out, aren't you?
Yeah.
But like, we're a growth phase. Like, if let's say you're going to grow for 18 months, like just said, like...
Yeah, there's got to be phases of it.
Well, I'm doing 18-month off-season as well.
Yeah, so in an 18-month phase, right, what, like, rule of thumb?
On average,
On average, if you're starting from a lean body fat set point, I think you can push up for between 20 and 28 weeks.
Because I think it was about 26 weeks when you got to, like, 7,000...
Yeah,
it were closer to higher end of it.
Yeah, it was 26 weeks, and it were like,
and you went fucking done, and it were like,
we were in space for about a week, weren't it?
Yeah, it was like done.
Yeah,
like that rate.
Yeah,
and you come back down and get sensitive and lean. So what were your next push? Because obviously that were
That was 16.
So that was 16.
So it was 10 weeks shorter. Because we come down for like what 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's 10 week.
10 week got nice and sharp again, but not like probably to like where you are now.
Yeah,
8 to 10 week out where then you start making changes and things start happening.
So that's 30. So that's 36 weeks.
Yeah,
and then
next one we're about 16.
So that's a year. 36 weeks.
Yeah, 36, and then it were pre-prep 5 to 6 weeks, and then prep we're about 11 to the first one.
That's pretty good. But that's not always going to be the case.
That's not always going to be the case. Some people are going to have to prep for longer.
And it might be a 16-week push-up, might be a long push-up for somebody, just because of body fat accumulation, like lack of muscle, you know, adherence, all these sort of things.
Everybody's different. Some people accumulate body fat a lot quicker than others. Some people operate at a higher body fat set point in an off-season.
Some people don't. I've got a client, Bruin, who's American, and he's on 6,500 calories a day, and he's 210 pounds, but he's shredded. And I'm thinking he can't be eating all this food. Send me meals. He sends me his meals when he's at work. He's eating the food. But he's got to a point now where he's still lean. His glutes are pretty much still in. But he's like, my appetite, I'm struggling to eat. My performance in the gym is starting to suffer. So it doesn't matter how fucking lean you are. We need to reset things.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to be on about 4,500 calories and pretty much ready for a bodybuilding show, mate. But, you know, up until we can sort of get to that higher set point of food or ideally not the higher set point of food and still be growing on it. You just need to take whatever situation you've got in front of you and do that. Like I said, some people might push up for 10 weeks.
No, but all I'm saying is, like, you see a lot of these young people or not as educated people in gym, and they push up just keep pushing. That's only I've like spoke to 2 or 3 people over that last few months.
Yeah,
and they just go, right, I'm growing.
Yeah, but how many people have come to you as clients and you're like, I need to put some size on, I need to bulk, and you're like, mate, you're fucking 25% body fat. You ain't growing from here.
You need to diet.
You need to diet for 20 weeks before we think about putting any muscle on. Because all you're putting on from here is fat.
Yeah, but I all time. I am all 9 out of 10 times.
Literally, that's right, innit? More people that come to it, it's like we have to tidy up first.
We've got to tidy up first.
It's nice when someone comes to you like we can just fucking full send it from here. But it doesn't happen very often, does it?
It doesn't happen.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of people. It depends on what clients you're working with. There's a few people who started with me recently where they've gone into a maintenance phase because I just want to see with what I'm implementing,
see how they react,
seeing how the body responds. If they start coming down, I'm like, this is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But
well, I think
let's just see how your body responds.
Usually, first 2 or 3 weeks, we'll do maintenance.
Yeah.
And generally, the person starts looking better. It's like, right, so now you're sticking to a plan.
Yeah. You've not been eating properly.
We've just been a little bit lax. Well, a lot of people now are honest. The thing is, with your coaching approach, when by the time you send them a loom or so, then like, I can fucking tell this guy what I've been doing. He's not going to be fucking wagging his finger or disappointed at me. It's like, all right, we live life. You've been off it a little bit. Let's get it sorted now. Let's make sure you can stick to it. If that means a little bit of this way or a little bit that way, it's fine. Yeah. But let's just make sure you're 90% on it and fucking see what happens. Right.
Let's get into some questions because we've got fucking loads. Have you got some?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy put a box up yesterday. I only put a box up at like 8 o'clock last night and I've got like 10. I think you put a box up yesterday midday and I think you got about 30, didn't you?
Yeah, they're just... Well, I asked for topics, but everyone just asked loads of questions.
Yeah.
So, even with the last one, we put them up, there's just no way we can get through them all. We could do a podcast every day, and with
which is great, to be fair.
Which is fucking fantastic.
So Ryan Shing, it says first time I competed in 3 weeks. Tips to nail post show, please.
Tips to nail post show. If you watch the last. Oh, is the last podcast out?
No.
Oh, it's not.
Well, it will be by the time people are watching this.
Yeah, it will be by the time you watch this.
Well done, Jimmy.
Yeah, well done, Jimmy. Fucking hell. It's like it's real time. We're talking to you live. So if you watch last podcast, if you act like a twat, you're going to get fat.
Yeah.
Post-show is going to be the hardest part of prep.
By far.
So we aren't going over old ground too much because it was covered on last podcast.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick, basically. My tips, literally, as soon as you get off stage, don't fucking shove a cookie in your mouth. Make sure that you get hydrated. If you get a litre and a half, 2 litres of fluid down you with some electrolytes and an 100 gram, 150 gram serving of fruit, that's going to satisfy your craving initially. That little bit of sweet stuff, you're going to get nice and full off a decent amount of fluid. And then a couple of hours after stage, have a solid meal. Not shit, not burger and fries. That can wait till later on that evening, or it can wait till day after even. Get something in like a solid protein serving, nice clean amount of carbs, some veggies. You can have a little bit of fats in there. And again, some more fruit, and that should do the job.
I think,
and then later, and that's if you're like competing in the morning or midday.
I think that's if you. I also think that's if you're a high level competitor.
Yeah.
If you're a person, you've done a prep, go and have a fucking pizza.
Yeah, but that night, but not straight. I'm talking as soon as you get off stage, you see people fucking with these big baskets of fucking.
Yeah. You're asking for
trouble.
I think as well. I think, and it's not touched on. I think you should go on how you're feeling. And what I mean by that is, if all you thought about for the last 3 weeks, food.
Which you would have done.
But like horrendous. Like you've got like mad... I've had food with you when we went for Turkish and that, and you've got a lot of discipline, no matter when it is. Like, no matter when. I think if you've got that, it's sound. But...
that comes with experience though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Some people going on... Like me, I would... First, I'm not having nothing.
Because as soon as you open gates...
as soon as I open it, I'm not having no. And that's through my experience, not for anybody else. Yeah. It's just not worth it. It's just not all graft, everything. Like, if you can't control it, like, if you can't go, that's me done, don't. And if you're going to have something, have it at night when there's no else open. Because if you have it in the morning...
there's no else in the house.
Yeah, if you have it in the morning...
It's full day.
You're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, that is a good point.
I'd never, ever... Like, when I'm not going to get shredders, but I'm going to get a good condition. I'm reversing... I'm not having out until I've reversed art.
Yeah.
Because once it's gone, food's not even appealing.
Yeah.
And it's only appealing because you're starving. Once them first 2 or 3 weeks is gone, you don't even. Once it's gone, you don't even.
Yeah. I mean, tips to nail your post show, other than the food side of things, is stay in a solid routine and structure. Keep getting up and doing your walk or doing your cardio. Keep your meal timings the same. Yes, you're going to increase your calories a little bit back to maintenance. Don't overconsume. Plan a weekly free meal in with your family and your friends, so you've got a little bit of flexibility. You've just got to keep things structured. People finish prep and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, I think little things as well can help, like having, rather than not having one monster, have 2 monsters a day. Have an extra fucking Pepsi Max. Put a little bit of milk in your coffee or some sweetener or something. Little bit of things that you wouldn't normally have to try and make it feel like you're treating yourself a little bit throughout the day that I've got no calories in, rather than trying to go cold turkey and then breaking, because that breaking point is never a good thing.
It's bad.
It always ends really badly.
It's wrong straight away.
Because
you get injured.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, essentially having a good coach that is very supportive and is there all of the time when you need him or her, and they've outlined what's going to happen, how you're feeling, and they're not just like, right, we need to fucking be on 1,000 calories a day still, so you're otherwise going to get fat. Someone who's been there with multiple clients and can manage you properly, you can chill out. Whereas if you're just not too sure you've not got a great coach, they're just going to leave you to your devices because they can't post you anymore because you're fucking not on prep, then you might be a bit screwed.
Go on then, Jimmy, I'll let you do one, then I'll do one. Or do you want me to do one?
So, my client actually, has fasting got a place in bodybuilding in terms of giving you a break?
Do you know what? This is a good topic, and I'm going to mention him, my client, Joel, who's had issues with food, we should say, over...
What issues? Eating too much or just not digesting or what?
I'd say a mild eating disorder. Binging and then not eating, and he wants to compete, but he's not in a position mentally to compete at the minute, which I've told him, and he knows that. He's still got a lot of work to do. He's gone on holiday. Obviously, he's gone on a cruise, all inclusive.
On a cruise as well.
Yeah, he's took all his bits with him, but he's not a competitive athlete. He's done a photo shoot, which we weren't planning to. We just wanted to get lean for holiday. He's not like super shredded, but he's holiday lean. Yeah. I said, go away and enjoy your holiday, but like, just be mindful. Like, you've got all the options there. Just make sensible choices. You can allow yourself a couple of treats, but he's still in this mindset of, I'm going to go over my calories, or I'm going to go under my calories, or if I eat too much, then I've got to compensate. So he had a few things, like treat-wise, what were probably more lactose or more gluten or whatever it were, and it made his digestion a little bit off. His thought process were, I'm going to do a 24-hour fast on holiday with his family. I'm like, why would you put yourself through that while you're on holiday in an all-inclusive resort or on a cruise?
Yeah, and what's need?
And what's need? What's the need? Like, yeah, you've had a bit too much one day. Just dial it back.
You've had too much or something. What?
But you're on holiday. What's it? Realistically, what? Unless you carry on for that full week and you come back 2 stone heavier, there's nothing that we can't undo when you come back.
No. And
so you torturing yourself and doing your 24-hour fast is just saying to me, that's a recipe for an eating disorder and getting a bad relationship with food again. You keep telling me that you've got a good relationship with food, but there's things that we need to work on, which is why having me there for him to message me that and me to say, whoa, let's reverse a bit.
Stop being daft.
Think about what you're telling me, and let's just realign his thought process a little bit.
But do you think, I agree what you're saying, he's on holiday, but he'll have had a couple of ice creams, won't he?
Yeah, won't have had a lot.
And that's what'll have When you've had no dairy, like, which we don't have too much when we're prepping, towards end of it.
Yeah, you've had a couple of ice creams, or you might have had a bit more bread, or whatever it is.
It just does you. It just.
Fucking I had a medium popcorn on Saturday, and my digestion still fucked today.
Do you know that's why it's just what happens. It's just what happens. A bit of milk. Everything.
But your body's clever, and it will deal with that.
Yeah.
Over a couple of days.
Of course it will.
So a 24-hour fast is not just maybe fast a little bit longer. Like, you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and you wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, that's 10 hours there.
Yeah.
So if you don't eat till
11.
Half a day.
Yeah, you've
half a day. I said this to everyone.
That's fine. For me, I don't think there's a place for fasting in bodybuilding. I don't like the intermittent fasting thing. Every now and again, like, we're fasting anyway, especially when you're on prep. You go to bed at 8 o'clock. You don't eat your first meal till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You're fasting for 12, 13 hours anyway. Like, realistically, what do you need to do more than that?
There's no fasting needed on prep. I think sometimes,
to give your digestion a bit of a break,
when you peak off season, something like that, if you're struggling, maybe giving yourself
16 hours
on a rest day, a little bit longer. So you might not have your first meal till 10 a.m. and if you're up at 6, which is a little bit of fasting. Like today, I've had my first meal at 8 and I was up at 5, and that's on a rest day. Which is normal, but that to me, that's I was fasting.
Yeah.
So,
but you still have to get all your protein in them hours, because in bodybuilding, you're supposed to be MPS in there. For eating protein every so many hours.
I'm not being funny, but if you've been eating in a surplus of calories and 40, 50 grams of protein every meal, 6 meals a day for the last God knows how long, you have it.
No, but what I'm saying is, so do you still, if you fasted for 16 hours in that day,
you're supposed to.
Do you still eat your protein?
I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. You're not going to start going catabolic and losing muscle.
Do you know what I mean? Because it'd be a lot to eat in them other hours.
Oh, do you mean in the rest?
Oh, would you make it up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Again, it's going to be fucking.
There's hundreds of studies now that all suggest very heavily that fasting does for fat loss purposes. It does nothing.
Yeah.
If you fast 15 hours a day and then you eat all your food in a few hours, it's fucking thermodynamics. It's calories. It's calories. It doesn't matter if you. The only thing that fasting for me would do personally, or
give the digestive system a bit of a break.
Breaking digestion and maybe give you a little bit more cognitive function, because you're not getting that.
Obviously, if you're going to eat, that's what I mean. Because if you had a lot of protein fucks your digestion up, doesn't it?
But that's why I like a protein fat meal on prep first, because from a cognitive function standpoint,
you feel great, don't you?
Yeah, like you do, like, and it satiates that hunger. A little bit of extra fats in that meal. You might go to 15, 20 grams of fat instead of 5 or whatever.
If it were up to me, I'd have one.
You have protein fats like meal 1 and meal 5.
Well, I think protein fat meals don't leave you as hungry, because as soon as you have that insulin spike and then fucking carbs going, like your first meal on the morning, you're like, yeah, I'll have it. And as soon as you eat it, you're like, I'm fucking starving.
You know, like,
it just sets you off.
Carbs wake me up. So if I have carbs at night before bed, like a lot of people say, it makes them go to sleep. If I have them, I'm
bouncing off at walls.
I'm like, hey, up if that's a bag of Skittles. Do you know what I mean? But like, if I have protein and fats,
you can sleep fine.
Yeah, I can just go and get to sleep. I don't know if it's because it sits
digestion wise, it sits well.
It sits well. I don't know, but I can get to bed. So protein shake with some nuts.
Yeah,
job done.
I've got one. Who's more qualified, the doctor or Dr. Dean?
Oh, me, without a doubt.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll put the doctor and Dr. Dean next to each other and see who's biggest.
Yeah, that's it.
There's my answer.
Yeah, that's it. There's only one doctor better than me, and that was Dr. Leg in EastEnders.
Legend, weren't he? Dr. Leg.
So that's
well, people only have to read your book and know. That's it. So read the book.
The thing is, my book's all that. You can't even get it now. You've got to buy it off somebody else. And
it was handwritten, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's put, what simple pleasures do you enjoy? Like a coffee with a loved one or a meal on YouTube? What do you do to relax? Or what would you do if you want to just chill out?
Do you know what? My perception of this has changed a lot recently. But do you know what? And I used to... And I struggled even before, because I had started some work to do. But I enjoyed it, and I didn't look at my phone, but we went round. Phoebe's twin brother and his missus have just had a baby.
Alba.
I've
seen you.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Mrs. Phoebe.
And
but balls were throbbing, weren't they?
And we went round for an hour to. She'd only been at a hospital a couple of days, and we went round to see him. And I was like, fucking hell, I've still got this to do, and I've still got that to do on my work. And I'm like, shall I take my laptop? And Phoebe was like, no, let's just go. You don't. She was like, no, you don't have to. And I'm like, no, I want to come.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you know what? Fucking, what is it going to matter for a couple of hours if I just don't take my laptop and I don't take my work phone? We went round, and we just sat. We Ross and Ella and
normal people.
Yeah, and little one, and didn't speak about bodybuilding, and just had had a coffee and. Well, we had a glass of water, and but it was nice. Do you know what I mean? And that little bit of time were nice, just to sort of
decompress.
Decompress from
mine's probably very similar to. Obviously, not going around picking babies up because I'm not really bothered about them, but
spending time with Isla.
Yeah, or. If she don't want bikes, could take motorbike down, would. But if not, I just like going for a walk.
Yeah.
Just like leave my phone where it is. Just go for a walk. I know it's prep, so it comes with it, doesn't it? But what I mean is, I've keep saying to myself, don't even if it rains. So I've been going in rain and all. I thought if I just keep going.
You hard bastard.
I'm hard, aren't I? I didn't even have my hood up.
Did you not?
No, I just fucking carried on walking.
Crocs on as well.
Staring at everybody like that. Going, I'm hard. Sat in your car with your fucking heaters on. But, yeah, I don't know. I think when you get wrapped up in, not bodybuilding, because I'm not a bodybuilder, but when you're coaching on, it's
easy to get wrapped up.
It's super hard just to
switch off.
You're on, everything is it. You're getting up and you're on computer, then it's a meal. Then it's gym. I've already been and done cardio. I've already been for steps. Then I've gone to gym. Then I've come back. Then I've got your other meal. And then you've got your other bits, steps and cardio to finish.
Yeah. And you say like you're not a bodybuilder, but you are. And the thing is, it's the same as all of us three. Every single minute of your day is dictated by bodybuilding. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Where you go, who you associate with, where you walk, what you drink, what you do for work. Like everything I've done for a decade has been molded solely around bodybuilding, and I don't regret it. But there's a massive amount of sacrifice that comes with that, and to be able to just drop that for a bit is so difficult to learn. So that's
why I'm buying some golf clubs.
Yeah. So I went and played golf with Lewis on Saturday. And for me, that's just spending time with the kids, because I don't look at my phone and go and play around the golf with Lewis or take me shopping or whatever. For me, that's like the time I'm not a bodybuilder, but I still am, because they're eating nice food and we're going places and I still can't eat it. You know, I'm like, but there will be a point in time where I can, and that'll be more precious to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be time that the reason why Nath, when he went there, he's drinking water. It's still dictated by bodybuilding. There's still bodybuilding on you all the time, and that obviously needs to happen, especially if you're a pro and you want to sort of mess around with them boys. But I think it's just so fucking difficult to move away and relax.
Another one is my dogs. For me, like me and Phoebes have been. Other than this morning, because obviously we were coming here, and I had a few bits of work to box off for people who are still competing, but we've made it a routine, especially this last couple of weeks. Me and Phoebes are going out for a walk together with dogs, taking them on field, and that's nice.
Yeah.
I just like spending time when I can switch off. Like the simple pleasures of just switching off. I'm looking forward to going out for a meal with Phoebes soon.
But that's because you're happy.
Yeah.
If you're happy doing something that don't cost out, if you know what I mean.
And I am looking forward to having a little bit of a blowout. I do 2 or 3 a year, where me and Phoebes will go away for a weekend, and we'll probably have a bit of a.
That's me next week.
Yeah, get spannered.
I'm doing it.
Have a bit of a dirty weekend.
No, I'm going to eat shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to have breakfast.
Fucking you were steady.
I know, I am.
Pancakes and that.
Yeah, whatever's there.
fancy?
Yeah.
Fry up.
Well, I said to you on check-in yesterday, I just
Get
was
out.
like,
I don't even know you.
I just need, I need to give back as well.
Yeah.
I can't fucking go away again and be like, and just eat every single meal on plan.
No,
And then
you
we're in
can't.
bed at 9 when
You
we're
can't.
fucking in foreign countries and we're not experiencing it. Like, I've dieted, I'm going to give back and enjoy myself at the same time. And if I come back and I need to fucking spend another 2 weeks washing it off,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I prefer to do that anyway.
Yeah.
So
You get your energy, ain't it?
Yeah.
To do it.
and the thing is, when you
know what
have
I mean?
such a long phase in front of you, you need to be able to be like, if I go away
You've got to be present for
and
a certain...
I eat a bit of shit for a few days, I'll still be eating well, but like I might have breakfast, then if we're out, I might have something, and then something on a night. By the time I get back, I'm like, fucking can't.
Can't wait.
I
to
can't
get back
wait
into
to be
routine.
1,001,000% bodybuilder
Yeah.
again. Like, I fucking hate living like that. Fucking sad bastards. You know, it's like, I don't know, people do this every day. Like, so when you're in that headspace, but like you said, like you do it once in a fucking blue moon, and something I'm trying to do more recently. I think I'm getting better at it, aren't I?
Yeah, you are getting better.
right.
at it.
I'm getting better at it.
I've got a good one from my client, Thomas. Would you rather coach... I know what my answer is straight a fucking way. Would you rather coach elite genetics and bad work ethic, or no genetics but a workhorse? Workhorse every day of the week.
All day long.
All day long. Not without even a fucking shadow of a doubt, because the progress that they make with the adherence that they have, and it's just fucking so rewarding. It's so rewarding. I mean, don't get me wrong, when some people have got decent genetics and they're a workhorse, the progress is fucking great. It's great.
It's just too easy, and it's ridiculous.
It's like, you've got decent genetics and you're a robot. Like Thomas is a robot.
I've got a last me Freya.
Oh, you showed me.
Right.
Fucking hell. She's not letting you put a picture out yet, has she?
Not this weekend after 20 weeks.
She's made some great progress.
I shown you last week.
yeah.
But you should see progress over the last 3 weeks. But what I mean is, I see her in gym. Like, she ain't got genetics. She's just fucking absolutely grafted.
Yeah.
Like, but we're like.
There's something about
With a
that.
smile on her
There's
face.
someone that's a fucking grafter and they're getting
you
what
know,
they deserve is
see her in
just
the
so
morning and she's
rewarding to
like,
see.
I'm on I always stairmaster. Do you know what I mean? Do you know? So on number 7, you'll be all right. She's on number 11, smiling. Like, do you know what I mean? And then she goes like little things, like, and I laugh at her. She goes, I've gone to 50 minutes. I say, I know, but it says 40. I know, but I know you're going to put it to 50 soon. I'm like,
Yeah, but they're not yet.
do you know what
That's
I mean?
your point.
Like little bits like that, and I just think, well,
She's
it's
like-
not hurting her, is it?
No,
She's
hold on a
enjoying
minute.
it, yeah.
You're thinking, she's fucking like
Like
me.
me. I think I can't rate
You
it.
can't say that, yeah.
But
I'm being an hypocrite.
like, other morning in gym, gets there, I don't know, about 5, 6 o'clock. She'd been on nights and still come to gym.
Yeah, didn't go to bed, come straight to gym.
Yeah, come to gym and smash cardio with a smile on her face, been on nights all night, a nurse. And then
went home and got
went home.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah, you don't
like-
have to babysit these people,
like
do you?
proper grafter, and her results, when it goes out, her results, you know she's a grafter, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about results and graphs, you've had some. Can we go on to that? You've had some results this weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, well, that was a couple of questions like on the year anyway about the PCA Universe this weekend and stuff, and you had some clients in there, Nerf, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It's been a fucking great weekend, a very, very good weekend. Seven guys competing on the Sunday, 2 on the Saturday. Phoebe's had a client competing on the Sunday in UK DFBA. So we've had a really, really successful weekend. Probably one of the busiest weekends I've had as a coach in terms of being there in person. I've had multiple people. I've had 5, 6, 7 clients competing over a weekend where I've been at my laptop and they've been at different shows. That's easy to manage. It's a lot easier than what I expected, because I'm organised, and when you've got a plan in your head and you know what you're doing and everything's predictable, it's not fucking that hard to manage. Like, if you're good at your job. Don't get me wrong, being there in person, I did have to make some adjustments to what I thought I was going to do based on the look. But yeah, we had a really good weekend. So the qualifier was on Saturday, and I had Felly and Harry both in the same class, which is difficult. But they're both good.
Always hard, that.
They've both got different attributes. They've both got different strengths and weaknesses. And it were like, and they were both coming round for like in-person check-ins leading up, and like, is Harry in my class? Is Felly in my class? Like, and I'm like, yeah, but like, don't worry. Like, I was saying exactly the same to both people. And you never know which way it's going to go, do you?
Yeah, could have gone
either way.
That could have gone either way.
You wouldn't have argued either way.
I think Felly's front double were right narrow.
He was just having a little bit of struggle with it. It made him better. Like, it were better in Sunday, yeah. But we made a couple of presentation tweaks on Saturday.
Everything else,
and that was all his feedback were basically presentation.
But he's been men's physique, hasn't he?
He's been men's physique. That's his first season as a proper bodybuilder. First season posing, and he's put a fucking. He's come round every week to see Phoebes with his posing, and I think it was watching that first day did him world of good because it were getting them that first day stage nerves out.
Yeah.
And then he can make them little tweaks. So Felly got second. Harry won his class. And then they went into Sunday show, and I had it were literally back to back. Like third class at day, Ash were in classic short. Biggest class at day, class of 16.
Where did he come?
He got fifth.
Fifth, right? Okay.
And that's his first step. He won his regional, so he won his class. Won at regionals, which were a great result. But that's his first step up to that level, because you step up to universe level. Like, it's a decent standard. Some decent bodybuilders. And I think it's managing client expectations, keeping the stress low, and just getting him to enjoy it as much as they can and not put too much stress, like pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things is like self-expectations and that internal pressure and the pressure of what other people might think. Social media is massive, but
you look great,
especially when things are going well and you start looking good.
A ton of progress.
Yeah, he worked hard for that fifth as well, and Ash could have been in that top three.
Oh, we had help.
He's just got to work on his posing stamina and his midsection control, because his condition and his muscularity and his shape would have deserved to be in that top three. It's just that his transition between posers, they posed him quite hard, like he probably did four rounds of posing. It's just that posing stamina a little bit and just his midsection control, and he'll move up again. And then Zach did classic tall, and Zach were on track to be his best. And this is something that you need to probably deal with, and this is just managing. And we spoke about this on last podcast about one of your clients looked mint and then just stresses sent out on show day, and he fucking
ruins the look completely. You can't do anything about it.
He
cannot do
like
nothing.
He looked 48 hours out, looked mint. I was like, this is going to be on. He came to watch Felly on the Saturday, and he was stood next to me pumping up. His hands were shaking. His hands were shaking. I said, "Are you all right?" He went, I'm just nervous. I don't know what's up with me. Like, got anxiety. He was nervous. Like, I said, that's good. It's like an excited nervous, but I knew deep down, I'm like, this is probably not good, because he's overthinking and he's getting himself worked up and he's putting a lot of expectation on himself. And he's probably not quite in the right mindset of being able to enjoy the moment. And then he started putting his meals in. Every time he ate, he got bloated.
Yeah.
Digestion went to shit, and he went like very subdued and quiet. And on show day, he was so quiet. It was like he was in a trance. And I kept saying to his Mrs. Hale, I'm like, "Is he all right?" She went, "I don't know what's the matter with him." And he just weren't. He'd like switched off. He'd
just gone on it by that point.
It'd gone. It had consumed him. He still got 8th, but again,
yeah, could have got.
It'd have been in that top 5. His physique deserved to be, but he couldn't hold his midsection. He'd washed a bit. He was full, and he was still like probably one of the leanest on stage. But it just threw his look off a little bit.
I think he's not got enough muscle, has he?
No, he needs more muscle.
More muscle. He gets shredded.
Yeah,
he gets in very good condition. I thought he could have got, if you looked at him from previous.
Yeah, well, if you'd looked at him 24 hours earlier, 36 hours earlier, you'd have been like, they'll just take that on stage. Yeah. But that's one of those things, just dealing with stress. And then Wes got a result that we expected. We always want more, but for Wes, it's not about the result. It's the best luck he's ever been. Like
a million miles.
And Wes is closer to 50 than he is 40. He's 48.
It's posing.
Everything better.
Everything.
And he's competing in Masters over 40, so he's competing against guys who are 40 and just 40, and he's closer to 50. So, but he puts a lot of expectation on himself. But again, he was the best he's ever been.
Best he's ever been at that show, or best he's ever been
in general? In general. Like, posing, he enjoyed it, like, everything was good. I think he just probably he puts a lot of pressure on himself and expectations, and it's a subjective sport. If you're your best, that's all you can be. Don't matter about result. And that just comes with experience. And then it got into bigger lads. Felly and Harry again, class 2. A very, very strong lineup. Felly got 3rd, and Harry won his class and won his PCA Pro card, which were mental.
Felly could have had second, yeah.
Felly could have had second. Chris McCann, who's a very, very good bodybuilder, he's won 3 overalls this year at 2 Bros, at NABA and at PCA, got second after a long season, and he's 10 kilo heavier than Felly. He's got more muscle. He's got a great shape, great structure, but for his standards, he were a little bit off. But that's because he's had a long... And Felly were fucking on. Like, he couldn't have been any harder, fuller, drier. Like, if I couldn't have peaked him any more perfect, really. He were just on.
And then Harry's just got genetics.
He's a freak. He's a freak. His arms are massive. And do you know what? Funny story. He rung me yesterday because somebody actually asked, is there any funny stories or anything like that? So he's missing, because he's been busy with this new business venture. They've got a new baby. He's got loads of stuff on.
His communication with him sometimes is not straightforward, is it?
No, his communication.
He's not Lebanese.
No, he's Kurdish.
He's Kurdish, right?
Kurdish Iraq.
Yeah.
So you want him to be following the plan. So anyway, he's sending his missus his plan. So his missus is doing his meals. And I was thinking leading into the show, like, I'd had to dig him in hard, but I was thinking, fucking hell, he's flat. Like, but we got him exactly where we need to be condition-wise, because we were a little bit behind.
Cooked and uncooked?
Yeah.
What, rice?
So I'm feeding him up on peak week, 1,000 gram of carbs, dropping. I'm thinking, how the fuck is he dropping on this? Like,
when it took so much to dig him in as well.
And it took so much to dig him in. His missus is doing his rice portions, and he only told me, he rung me yesterday, he said, and I was complaining to her, saying, my rice portions look a lot smaller than what everybody else is eating, like seeing everybody put like the full days they're eating. He said, and his missus Sarah was saying, stop complaining, stop comparing to what everybody else is doing.
That's what you'll be saying. Concentrate on what you need to do.
Concentrate on what you need to do. Stop worrying about what they're doing. And I said, how's digestion? Digestion's perfect. Are you hungry? I'm starving. I'm thinking, well, this is normal, but we're eating about... I gave him 1,000 gram of carbs. We were probably eating about 300. Yeah. So he got to like a couple of days out, I'm thinking, I've got to give him something more dense here. So he ended up having burger and fries night before qualifier, 4 muffins across day on top of his meals. And then I did literally, and it dropped for next morning. So I did exactly the same. I just said, do exactly the same. We'll do exactly the same again. Burger and fries and 4 muffins. And then he only rung me last night and told me, said, I've not. And he sent me a picture at rice portions, what he were having and what now he's on. I'm like, fuck you, that's been like bikini diet.
If I'm fucking 5 kilos up because I'm eating what I should do.
I said, well, we're going to grow at least this year.
Yeah.
But that's just genetics. It worked out in his favour, so he won his pro card.
What did he do?
He got second at first timers.
Last year, didn't he?
Oh, fucking...
With dates.
With dates, yeah.
He said to me, I'm hungry, so I was just having
a few dates.
The Medula ones, they're fucking big, fucking massive things.
I was just having a few days and a handful of nuts. Wondering why he's not getting lean.
Most calorie dense things you can eat.
Yeah, but... and then Tom, fucking... amazing result for Tom. Again, I don't think I could have peaked him any better. He was absolutely top class. And
do you know that Tom? Do you know what does me with him? He's one of them kids. He looks better when you see him.
Oh mate, yeah, in person.
Like his pictures don't do him justice.
No, they don't. Just because he's tall.
When he comes
Same
to the
as me.
gym, like he's got a fucking right rig on him.
Yeah, he has.
Like he's you know, like sometimes somebody's photos they look better and you see
A lot
him in
of
real
times
life
people
and you
look better
go,
than the photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
underwhelming.
but he's opposite.
Yeah, he is.
He's opposite. When you see him in real life, you'll think, fucking hell.
Yeah, he was very, very impressive. Like I've seen him in person this year already, but the amount of progress he made in just his presentation and overall stage presence and confidence and the look was absolutely mega. And he'd just come off for a 2-week all-inclusive holiday to Turkey.
Yeah.
Like, so that shows how much he wanted it. He got everything he deserved. I couldn't be happier for him. And then Blade got third in pro show.
Yeah.
His first time out as a pro. And he looked fucking absolutely
Unreal.
mega, yeah.
He looked good yesterday on his...
Mate, do you know
Yeah,
what?
it looks a little bit sharper, doesn't he?
This shows like that. Because obviously, even though you are quite composed when you've been an experienced athlete, you've still got that internal and external pressure. And that's biggest show he's ever done. That's his first show as a PCA pro. It's like his body's just gone...
Yeah, and then just all that inflammation
Them
drops off
pictures
the water.
yesterday, about
Leaner.
5 down in
Mate, he
it.
woke up and he was fucking... I was like, fucking hell. Like, he just looks better again already, which is class.
What's he got now? A nabber?
Yeah, this weekend.
Is that it done after that?
I think he's going to do a gas mark. We're going to see, because I've not used any toxic... Like, Felly, I didn't use no trend. Craig, I've not used no trend. Like, they're still pretty fresh. So it's like I've not.
I wonder if they'd have used fresh.
Sorry, lads. So yeah, it's been a great...
Harry used Trent.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much because he fucking can't get his rice right, so he might be using to bit. So yeah, it's been a good weekend. Been a very good weekend.
Good.
Yeah, all your athletes look great, mate. Really, really well done. It's
so that was
good
good
start to the year.
Yeah. Right. I've got some more. Let's have a...
I had a couple of actually. One sec.
What's your opinions on DJs playing in gyms? Aaron, who trains at Derby.
Oh, well done, Aaron.
Shite, don't fucking do it, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, if you want to go and listen to fucking DJs and I go out on a fucking Saturday night, I'm there to fucking enjoy a workout, not to get my lungs blown off by some cunt fucking scratching on a fucking CDJ.
Who's Aaron?
Cal's twin brother.
Oh, yeah. Young Cal. Yeah.
What about you, Doctor?
I seen his missus there on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, fuming.
Why were they a DJ on?
Oh, fuming. I forgot it was Bank Holiday Monday.
Is that why he's asked it?
Oh, he must have. I swear on. Like, you know, I come through and I thought, come down bottom A38. Seen all this traffic, I thought, there's loads of traffic here.
With an event on?
With Bank
Just
Holiday,
Bank
weren't it?
Holiday. Goes to the gym, couldn't get parked. There were that many people in there. Some twat having a fucking photo shoot on Bank Holiday Monday, and then they got a fucking DJ on. Do you know what I mean? Like, thinking, fucking hell. Only good thing about it is it Debbie? Woman who owns it?
Yeah.
She were in.
She makes it better, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's good there, isn't she?
She's going, it's like raving about. She goes,
DJ.
There's a DJ on. I goes, here, one of these. She goes, what are they? I goes, E's. She's going, it's just give me an E. But it was.
Like, too much?
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Every now and again, if there's an event on, I don't mind it, but on them days, I try and avoid it.
Yeah, so if there's a DJ on at the gym, I go to another gym.
If we'd have been going for like Big Dog Cast on tour when everybody wanted to sign, having some signed stuff and that.
Yeah, autographs and that.
I wouldn't have minded, but I was going to train.
Yeah.
I just didn't realise it was Bank Holiday Monday. Or they'd have gone like to Chris's or something.
Yeah, it's one of them. We've trained a couple of... Can you remember when we were in prep?
Yeah.
And it were legs. And they'd got a VQ or Gymshark. It were mental, weren't it?
Right. It was 10 times worse than that.
What it?
It was 10 times worse than that. It was a push. I just got on a Smith machine.
Stayed on that whole session.
Whole session. I just did incline press, flat press, JM press. Looked round, somebody had got rid of, come off at pec deck, used pec deck, went upstairs, did triceps, fucked off. Thought, do you know?
Yeah, so Aaron, Doctor's not a fan of DJs, neither is Jimmy.
I just don't. They're just not. It's not necessary.
Yeah,
I know you're trying to create atmosphere and stuff like that, but
music in gym should be enough atmosphere and people in it.
If you can't, if you
We're
need
grumpy,
a DJ,
we're grumpy bastards.
we are
aren't
grumpy
We're
bastards. But that's why we have gripes. Someone's put about gym stereotypes. Like, I think there's a lot of different gym stereotypes. Like at the minute, if you go into a gym and you look around as an eclectic group of people that are just completely different, which is brilliant because.
Do you know what? I like people who are the self, and don't give a fuck about what other people think. They wear what they fucking want in gym. They're not following a trend, and they do what makes them feel good and what makes them feel comfortable.
But you can tell people a mile off in terms of what philosophy they stand by what they dress.
Yeah, he's a logbook. He's a logbooker.
He's a logbook. He's got baggy gasp on.
Yeah.
But you've never seen his legs ever. He wears an hoodie constantly. He's got his headphones on and his logbook, and you're like, is he shredded? Is he big? Is he not? He's been training for 3 years. He hasn't changed.
14 shakers in his bag.
Yeah, he's got fucking every accessory known to man. He can't do an exercise normal to save his life because it's suboptimal and he's fucking pulling from here and there. You got them. You've got fucking the chavs with the fucking Under Armours tucked in.
Yeah.
And the fucking big gold chain. I'm walking around, trying
handbag.
to. I'm fucking cashing handbag and that. I'm selling drugs, lads. Fucking hell, yeah. And just fucking. And then what else you got?
They've got normal and got us.
Are we not?
No, we're not normal. We're definitely not normal. So you've got your girls who are they've got full kit on. They don't do a single exercise, but they take about 30 photos.
And they've got camel toe out. Absolutely fucking.
You know what, though?
They've got camel toe out.
That's biggest thing in gym.
Yeah, so actually, do you know what? Let's touch on that because, like, females in the gym and dress codes.
Yeah, go to gym and train and enjoy yourself. Don't listen.
And wear what you want.
Yeah, I'm fully like you do what you want, but first and foremost, it's a gym. If you're not going to train, you just want tension. Go out.
Right, so you mean girls that go there and
there's multiple.
They've just got a set on.
There's multiple, and they take photos, do a kickback, do some posing, and they look like they're fucking stroke victim. Like I don't know where they've been getting posing lessons from, and then fuck off. And I think, you don't even
not broke a sweat.
You haven't even touched it. To look good at a gym, you've got to look like a mong, innit? right? You've got to look. You when you come out of a gym, you're supposed to feel battered. You're supposed to feel like you've had a good session. You're supposed to feel like you've done something. You don't go right, see you tomorrow. Like, you don't do all.
Like, just being in the gym isn't enough to... It's like getting a coach and not following a plan. Nothing's going to happen.
It's nothing.
But I've just... For me, just before on that topic, I've seen a lot of people complaining about... Not complaining, or mentioning, like, girls wearing too little or what they're dressing like. Like, for me, like Nath said, fucking more power to you. Wear what you want. If you feel good... and you fucking look good, and you're comfortable and confident in your own skin.
Wear what you want.
Fucking brilliant. And this isn't from a fucking chauvinist point of view, but I like to see that. Yeah, when you see a girl that's confident, and when she's wearing it, and you can tell she's confident, I love that.
Yeah, and it's not it's not like a look at her thing, because it's weird once you've been doing this as long as we have been doing it, because. Yeah, our perspective of how you look at females is completely different. Yeah, completely different, and people don't understand that.
No, because you go like that, don't you? Go.
She's got fucking great physique. Yeah.
Oh, you go. She trains fucking
you look
great.
You look at her physique.
And mate, I'd be like, fucking hell, look at tits and hair. Some of you be like, I was just looking at her fucking delts, to be honest.
Yeah,
She's got great delts.
She's got delts. Look at her back. Oh, you see somebody train, don't you? We'll go like,
especially when your job every day is analysing people's physique.
Yeah.
That's first thing that comes to my mind. Yeah, it's never like, oh, fucking hell. It's, I'll look at the physique and she trains hard. I wonder what class she's, that's what I always think.
She must compete, yeah.
She must compete.
Or she takes it serious.
Yeah.
You just know, don't you?
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's like more of a professional thing than a normal male, like you say, chauvinistic way.
Because I do think like it's difficult for women sometimes, like going into a gym environment with men,
because they think that.
Because
this is
but, and there are going to be men.
Commercial gyms are like that. If you go to a bodybuilding gym, it's probably more like what we've just said.
100%.
If you go to a commercial gym, you are going to get your random fucking businessmen or just your random people
staring, which makes you uncomfortable.
That's why Liz's gym's grown so much.
Because women don't like going to...
Women don't like... Liz's got what's called redefined, isn't it?
Yeah. So women's only,
a women's only gym, like where we reach Sheffield, halfway area. And she's just moving premises bigger.
Like double size,
double sized. So that's third time in about... Since lockdown, that's third time she's got bigger. Like...
Yeah, and I just...
for that reason. And it's not through going to bodybuilding gyms, because if you go in a bodybuilding gym...
Nobody gives a fuck, to be fair.
Looking at the too much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one cares. Yeah.
Nobody cares what you're wearing.
It's like Nave said, it's about the physique and the work of it. It's not about anything else. Yeah. You're always going to get fucking dickheads everywhere. You're always going to get sleaze bags.
But do you know what?
I hate sleazy people.
On the flip side, if a bird wants to wear baggies and an hoodie or baggies and a t-shirt and train hard and don't want to get the fucking physique out or show the physique, do that. Yeah. And blokes shouldn't say, fucking hell, why is she wearing baggies?
Or she's dressed like a bloke.
She's dressed like a bloke. Who gives a fuck? She can probably fucking deadlift more than you.
Fucking outlift you fat cunt.
It is though, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So wear the fuck what you want, what you feel comfortable in.
Just train though.
And just
make sure you train.
Just train and don't take photos in mirror.
And fucking, we want to get on machines.
Yeah. So yeah. Another one. How you start a coaching business, advice for someone who's trying to start?
Just be good at it. If you're not good at it and you're not competent, don't do it.
To start a coaching business from ground up is, don't get a fucking mentor.
Do not get a business coach. That was going to be one of my gripes.
You need to do it for, I'm not being funny, but you need to do it for fucking free. And you need to do it because you enjoy it. You need to start.
Help your mates out
and stuff
fucking
like
put
that.
your mum on a diet, fucking anything. Post the results.
It's hard to start a coaching business if you've not got experience and you don't look a certain way because you've got no body of work. At the end of the day, results are what are going to fucking get your clients.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fucking master salesman and you've got a fucking business coach, but that don't last 2 minutes because then they figure out that you're just a fraud. But you need to put the time and effort in, and you're going to have to work for not very fucking for free. Do you know what I mean?
It's not going to be your main income for a long time, and and that doesn't mean I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to get a tripod and I'm going to be like, hey guys, I don't have a chest, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how to build a chest. Yeah. I've actively been seeking to build a chest for the last 10 years, and I still haven't got one. But if you do this, you can have one. It's like, fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
You don't know fuck all.
You don't know. No.
And just doing that, you're just putting yourself into the swamp with every other fucking online coach
I've never done one of them reels, have you?
No.
How to build it.
No.
And make sure you've done it your son. If you...
get yourself in shape. Get yourself a body of work where you're working with people for free while you're at your job,
and work on your own fucking physique as well. If you've not got the knowledge or the education, you can't say, "I've studied this, I've got this, I've worked with this guy."
Well, people do, don't they?
Then and you ain't got a physique. You need results,
and
because none of us just started as coaching business.
For me, I had about 15 people
before you even
for no.
Yeah, for no.
I coached people for like 5 years
I'm just writing diet plans up when I was still in full-time employment.
Come to the gym, we'll have a look at you. Right, let's write it down. Go and eat that. Come and see me next week.
If they didn't, and because you're doing it for free, if they don't stick to it, get rid of them straight away.
Yeah.
And why did people come to us?
Yeah, because how you look and how you apply it, and how you apply yourself.
And then you were doing it in the first place.
If you're going to gym and on time and you've got a routine and you're structured and everything you're doing is what you're telling others to do.
Yeah.
When you're seen doing it, like people are like,
that works. Whatever he's doing, I want a piece of that. What you doing, mate?
If you look a certain way, they're going to ask you, how did you get like that? Well, I can help you if you want. That's if you don't look a certain way, unfortunately, you need results, and you're gonna have to fucking coach for free for a while.
And then your results will start speaking. And then when you get new clients who are paying, if you're good at your job, they'll tell other people.
Yeah,
and
we don't advertise coaching very often at all. Well, obviously we talk about it on here, but fucking hell, I've took 4 more people on in last 3 or 4 days, and it's because you coach so and so, he speaks highly about you. Someone comes to me, Jim, the other day saying, I know your clients from so and so speak really highly about you, and then fucking 2 days later he signed up. You know, it's.
That's what I've had for the last 2 or 3
just take
weeks.
pride in everything that you do and provide a fucking service that you know that is not going to fucking be pulled down by anyone or anything, and then it'll just grow on its own.
You provide service you want, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that what we need. I do what I'd want, because for me, same as you lot, we probably don't have no contact. Like, yeah, sound. See you later. See you next week. Like, we just get on with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's,
you know,
like people need more, don't they?
Yeah. So people need more because they need that. Are you all right? I speak to mine a lot.
I do.
And a lot more than I probably should, or others would.
Well, there's certain coaches who only, you can only speak to them when you check in.
And then at certain times. American coaches for that, because I said to my American clients all the time, they'll ask me a question in check-in. I'm like, fucking message me in a week, dickhead. Like, don't wait till a full week to ask me that.
Yeah.
Just drop me a message. But they're hesitant. They're like, oh, well, it says to ask questions here. I was like, I fucking tell you every week. If you need anything at any point, any time, message me. And we'll fucking sort it out there and then. It takes 1 minute, does it? It takes 2 seconds. But
somebody's Liam Watson, IFBB Pro.
Yeah, classic receiver pro, Liam, yeah.
Says coaching is saturated with shit coaches. Correct. How would you propose regulating industry?
Fucking hell, it's hard, that.
You're not going to be able to do it.
That's hard. Great question, Liam, but it's hard. I just don't think you're going to be able to do it.
I think word of mouth and social media will filter the shit out. The cream always rises to the top.
And there's coaches that have been... I think people are scared as well to out people. It's how can you regulate it when you've got... When you, like, with what we do, in everything that we do, because it's so difficult to regulate.
It's not that coaching fucking... If you think about it, it's like the fucking Wild West.
It is the Wild West.
You've got some cunt who goes to the gym and eats chicken and rice, looks all right, giving people pharmaceuticals to take with no clue or context.
Of how they work.
Because they've been on fucking Trained by JP's site and asked Hilly, and he said, I'll do this. And they're just regurgitating everything. And what happens is everybody's just a fucking clone of their next coach. Yeah. So everybody's sort of doing the same thing, thinking it's right. And that's why a lot of people don't get great results, because they've got no context behind why they're giving that person that thing. Or because they've give it to you because my coach gave it to me, but he's giving that to you because his coach gave it to him, and it's fucking lost in translation. So,
but you won't be able to do it anyway, because.
And that's about experience and building knowledge. Because every single person is so fucking individual, and what you can do with one person, you do that with somebody else, it's going to go to shit. Right.
And it's dangerous. It can be dangerous health-wise as well.
Yeah.
The cycle that I have, you give that to somebody else, it fucking ruin them.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Jim, cheers.
No, not you. Like, in general. Like, I got a Milos, and Milos gives me...
He's only on a gram.
Yeah, I am, but I got a Milos, and Milos gives me a cycle. Like, if the cycle that, say, Milos gave me, he gave to somebody else who was, like...
£200 and...
Well, maybe looked all right, but genetically didn't need that.
Yeah.
Like we were speaking about some athletes before, where you're saying his drug exposure is fucking
nothing
lower than Mark Cruz, and he's fucking bigger and better than me. But then he gets that sort of cycle, it can fucking do some damage. It can ruin physiques really quickly.
Plus, it's you just won't be able to regulate it, because it's person dependent, because somebody can have.
How do you regulate when you're giving people pharmaceutical drugs? And not non-pharmaceutical drugs, underground lab.
Well,
even if you're not giving nobody drugs,
prescription drugs,
and even if you're giving nobody drugs, it's just coaching in general, saturated. But even if you're giving nobody drugs, you still won't be able to
regulate it. You cannot take this client under this calories because it leaves them deficient in X, Y, and Z nutrients, and it's not good for the hormone. It's not good for the hormonal profile.
Nobody will be able to coach then, because you all do get to some point with some clients where you go, I'm going to have to dig a bit further, where it'd say in piece of paper,
You can't take them past that point.
Take them past that point.
Not even that as well. It's like if you think about the building industry and things, you've got like trustedtrader.com and stuff like that. You need sort of accreditations. Like he's maybe thinking, can a coach have accreditation?
That's probably good what you just said there.
But still,
like a
trusted trader.
But you don't need that because
social media,
our industry is so small
and people talk.
People talk. People know. If you're going to go to someone like if you're going to go to, let's say, Jamie Dorigo, you know you're going to get fucking shredded. But you know you're going to have to work for it. He works his athletes hard. Yeah. You're not going to go there expecting a fucking pat on back and being like, oh, you can have fucking 3 days off a week. You know he's going to graft you to fucking... But you know you're going to get shredded. You know what you're going to get with him. But whereas fucking other coaches who are just maybe following that sort of simple principle, you're going to get fucked up by it. Yeah. So I don't think you can.
But that is quite a good shout. I mean, the thing is, I know Tyler Mannion put something out on NPC about Canada and America. Didn't they do something that they're going to bring an accreditation of coaches in the NPC?
But then all these coaches can just pass the test or do the modules. Where NPC charge for this, so it's a money-making thing.
Yeah, and plus,
anybody can go on a fucking college course and call themselves a joiner, but there's a difference between a joiner and a fucking joiner.
Yeah, because obviously it's like when people get PT123, innit? They go and do a PT course.
And they've got Sheila fucking doing bent over hers like this in fucking Pure Gym. Like,
7, 9.
Yeah, it's difficult. It is good. It is difficult. It'll be very difficult to regulate it, but...
Just pick.
I think you've just got to do your own work, and you've got to be.
Just ask clients.
Yeah, I think like we've said before, it's always about asking people and building jump on a call with your coach, and have a chat with him and have some form of communication before you make a decision. And
do you know what my gripe is actually? And I fucking remembered. Online coaches complaining that people are messaging them, asking how much the fucking coaching is. Shut up, you wankers. Yeah. So, if I'm going to go with a fucking online coach, I'm got a normal job, I earn a minimum wage or something, and I don't want to spend fucking £600 a month on some cunt, right? I'm going to message him. He's going to, hey, mate, let's jump on a call. And it'll be like, before we jump on a call, mate, just give me a ballpark figure or how much it is, because I don't want to have to sit there for an hour of your time and you're 600 quid and my budget's 150. Like, I've got 150 quid to spend. Is that going to do it? Oh, let's jump on a call, mate.
It takes 2 minutes. The thing is, it takes 2 minutes. Yeah. And you're saving time. Because
that's the thing. Because you get told...
this much and they go, I can't afford that.
So you get told by these business mentors, get them on a call, and this is the script you want to say. Oh, what does it mean to you? Oh, where are you going to be in a year's time if you don't pay this?
It's not a bill, it's an investment.
Yeah, let's sign you up. And just this, it's so fucking sleazy. I hate it. It's rude if someone says about coaching and says like, hey mate, how much is coaching? And you're like, oh, I'll send you the information pack, whatever, and you wear nothing back. It's, that's rude. Whereas if you ask for the price of coaching, and I'm not going to be like, get on a call, mate, and he's like, I've got 150 quid to spend, and I'm like, oh, well, it's 600 quid, mate.
Well, that's why now on my questionnaire, I've got my packages at the top. Before they even, sorry, if they click on the coaching questionnaire and the link, it tells them athlete package Nathan X, athlete package Phoebe X, athlete package Rich X, lifestyle.
With the prices on.
Prices are on.
Yeah.
And they tick that box and then they fill it in.
So they know what they're getting before. And then get on a call, fair enough.
I ain't got time to fucking try and sell something. They either want to work with me or they don't want to work with me.
You're not a salesman, are you? It's like, this. If you're going to come on board, if you're thinking about coming on board and knowing your price range, this is everything you get. This is what I offer. Let's have a chat. Let's see how it is. Let's see where you are now, what your goals are. And then if you click and if you like it and you want to do it, great.
Yeah.
But it's pointless you fucking speaking to a coach who wants £500 a month and you want to pay 100.
Yeah.
Because it's not sustainable. It's just you can't do it. And then you're on top, you got to buy all your other shit.
Yeah.
So if you're like, I just saw fucking 3 or 4 stories whinging about it. Stop fucking messaging, just asking how much it is. That's the whole fucking point, dickhead.
Yeah. Bring the back car, mate. Oh, innit? Do you know what I mean?
It's
anything.
It's like going for a job.
Yeah, I like that car. How much is it? My budget's 30 grand, it's 50. Well, there's no point in me coming to fucking see
No,
it.
well, come down, mate, and sit in it. I can't afford it. I fucking go and sit in fucking Ferrari as well.
We'll have a chat.
Chat all you want, pal. I'm not fucking buying it. It's like going for jobs now. Like they don't advertise salaries. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
Advertised position.
Corporate jobs, they'll say a position for fucking admin assistant, competitive salary. They don't tell you how much it is. And a lot of time you have to negotiate a salary with them.
Oh, fuck, you know.
Like, fuck. The world's gone mad. I'm getting mad now.
Yeah.
And I was all right. You fucking ruined my day off.
You're fucking getting it.
I mean, we've probably got loads more questions, but what we've been running, Big Dog?
We've got like 7 minutes of the room left.
It's done.
So if it's not fucking batteries, it's room rent.
I know, fucking hell.
These are all right.
Get subscribing. But
Yeah, well, we've made. Did we say how much money we've made off YouTube now?
Yeah,
but
but that's what we're going to finish. We're going to finish on this. We're going to show you.
Because we're going away, aren't we now?
Yeah, we're
we're going
transparent with this, and you're paid for us all to go away. We're fucking milking money here.
I know.
Fuck.
Oh, we've gone up. We went up for a check this morning. We are now on £26.13p.
Fucking good in.
Come on, then.
Legends.
So, thank you.
What's that divided by?
£8 each.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'd pay for parking.
Yeah.
That were here, weren't
Yeah,
it?
parking.
Oh, it's nearly 27, isn't it? Nearly 27. It's 9.
Yeah. £9 each. Parking were £4.
Yeah, parking and coffee up my ear.
Yeah.
Sound. Yeah, thank you very much,
We're going to
guys.
have coffee next door next time, though. We're going to get here early.
No, on a serious note, we appreciate that massively, and we appreciate you all, because we do want to be in a position where it's paying for room rent and it's paying for James, that we can, the money that we're putting into it, we can keep putting into it, and it'll give us another episode a month, and that's where we want to be. So.
And we are going to be travelling as well, aren't we, to these guests?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, these guests are nailed on. It's just that it's
logistics.
Yeah, but they nailed on over the next few weeks, few months. There's going to be some special episodes.
And I think we definitely should get a female on. A female
fucking
guest.
Hell. It's like fucking football, this.
What do you mean?
Fucking involving them in football now. We're involving them in fucking men's podcast. Fucking hell.
We're gonna have to get a female co-host, big dog customer, little pink dog
That's
behind.
what happened. Just to be fucking political correct.
Well,
I'm fucking sick. I'm done.
Well, I guess that one's out.
No, I'm on a messing.
Doctor at nurse.
We do one.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we do.
Talk a little bit more about the PD side of stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't we can put let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know the females of the Big Dog Cast, or even males, who you'd like to see, who in the industry at the minute do you think is going to provide a really good insight to how bodybuilding is for the majority of people.
But they can't be boring, so I'm not having boring people on.
Outspoken.
Yeah.
Somebody who does not give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. And isn't like branded up so they can't not say anything.
Yeah.
Because we are having that.
So... Right, guys.
Yeah, first one in the bag in the new Seven Studios.
Yeah.
Fancy shit.
Like it.
We do like it.
Thank you, guys.
We're not sweating his tits off.
Done.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.